Hello everyone, this is something new I've never done before. I was asked by a couple of people to let them know my training program. Basically, doing martial arts for many years and always trained hard, but haven't really trained smart. And the last 4 years I've been trying to train smarter. So this is not an instant thing. This is a gradual thing over many years, but luckily I'm a teacher, so I had 6, maybe 7 weeks off before I went to a master's clinic, which was some intense training. So I wanted to test myself and see how much training I could do and how much improvement I could do. I filmed a lot of videos for myself to monitor progress and kept a diary of eat and sleep pattern and everything else. So these videos, this first one's going to be a bit longer, the other one should be shorter, but they should show the development over 7 weeks. Again, let me just say that this is quite an advanced program. I wouldn't really attempt this unless you're already physically fit and been training for some time. So first of all, I'm going to talk about diet. What I realized was that if I ate less carbs, if I cut out dairy, if I cut out a lot of sugars, and just concentrate on eating fat and a lot of protein, I felt better, had more energy. So for example, I would have eggs and bacon in the morning. I would have a salad with either ham or chicken, and then I would have a proper meal in the night with few carbs, maybe vegetables. And then the other thing that I would do with my eating is I would do something called intermittent fasting. So I'd start eating at 8 o'clock and finish eating about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then just drink water. I didn't do this all the time. Sometimes, you go out for a meal or you won't be able to eat late, but most of the time, I'd say 4 to 5 days out of the week, I would be intermittent fasting, and I saw huge improvements with that. The other thing I did was I made sure that I had between 7 to 8 hours sleep every night. And what I noticed is the more regular that I slept, 7 to 8 hours, that would then cause me to have more deep sleep. So average deep sleep is about an hour and a half. I would get between 3 and 4 hours deep sleep a night, and then I had a lot of energy to do all this work. So I'll quickly run through the training program. I didn't film everything, but the first thing I added to my program was running. Not a lot of running, but on Mondays I would try and run for as far as I could. I originally took the dog running, but then it went out. And then I would do kettlebells, I would do a yoga. The 2 yogas that I follow on Mondays, I would follow someone called Tim Sinese, because he develops core strength as well as balance. And then I would work on one balance pose, which was crow pose, which I was absolutely dreadful of at the start. The other yoga practitioner I would use, more of a flow yoga, was someone called Flow with Adee. I'll put a link there. I would then work on something called wheel pose. Now, lower back flexibility is something that martial artists need but don't have. This program I'm doing, I follow someone called Bodyweight Warriors, and they had a very simple exercise to do, but as you can see from the videos, it's difficult. My technical aspect for Tuesday was forms. My balance was a headstand, then work on push-ups and try and find the hardest push-ups I could do. So on the first week I tried something called Sphinx push-ups. They were easy, and then I went up to one-arm push-ups, and as you can see I can only do 2. Back to yoga with Adee. The stretch was working on wheel pose. Then Friday, chin-ups. I started off at 12, but I was also doing something where with the chin-ups and the handstand push-ups, every time I would go into the particular room with the chin-up bar, I would try and do a certain amount of chin-ups. So start low number like 5, but every time I went to that room I'd do 5 chin-ups until I could do 4 different kinds of chin-ups, and then move on. And then my technical was to work on applications of forms, interlocking finger balance. Saturday then skipping, 3 2-minute rounds. I also went this week on a 1.5 mile run, but I found that the running was really not good for my knees, so the running didn't last very long. Then leg weights, side hook round, as slow as I could. I started with 5 sets. Yoga was with Adee. Then splits, I would do 3 times 10 of, again, this bodyweights program. I'll try and put a little bit of video footage of that in. Working on my weapons then, the Eskrima staff, one of my favorite weapons, and then I would try and do squats on a balance board and knuckle conditioning. Again, this is very difficult to do. And then Sunday was my day off. So the first week was a bit of a shock to the system. Again, started low numbers, just starting to find the time. Biggest problem with this program is finding the time to do all the exercises. Again, I wasn't working at the time, so this is how I found the time. But my advice is for anyone is whatever you're trying to work on, set goals and just try and find 5 minutes of the day. So if it's stretching, try and find 5 minutes of yoga. If you're trying to work on balances, just find some time to do like a minute of balances. If it's push-ups, chin-ups, anything, just try and regularly do it and don't push to your maximum. I hope this wasn't too boring. Try and do the next video as soon as I can. Yeah, let me know what you thought. Cheers.